Hello, everyone. A few weeks back, I posted something to say there would be videos coming about my political views. Whether or not you like that or not. Here's the first one. If you don't like this, I would suggest you disengage from my Facebook. But the first one of these, I just don't want to be part of the silent majority anymore. It's time to start talking. And so the first thing I want to bring to out into the public here is a talk about the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. It's something that we are all aware of at this point, and um, I think it's time that we have a real conversation, particularly for the young, the youth of this country. There, and by that I mean anybody under 30. Okay, because most people don't understand the past, and our media does a terrible job of informing us of the past and the things that actually matter to this conversation and this conflict. So I'd like to go back to 1993, when Bill Clinton was president. He had a grand plan for the solution between the Palestinians and Israel. He, like many presidents, but he got the furthest along. He actually got to the point of under what was called the Oslo Accords in 1993, where the two sides had come to an agreement. The Israelis had given the Palestinians in that agreement everything that they wanted in their two-state solution. They were given the West Bank, they were given the Gaza Strip, they were given the Jerusalem as their capital and the east side of Jerusalem as part of their territory. They were given many other economic incentives and things that would create the state, a viable state. And Clinton had a signing. He got so far as he had a signing ceremony set up for this. And there's a famous video you can find where the two sides were supposed to shake hands, and Yasser Arafat refused to shake hands. And he had given just prior to that a last minute demand of the Accords, which was what's called the right of return, and that just so we understand, is still in effect right now. The Palestinians still want that, and what that means is that after World War II, when all the trauma to the Jewish people had happened, and the vast majority of countries under the UN voted to create Israel as a state and give them, the Jewish people, their land back, there were Palestinians or Arabs living in that land that either through dislocation or economic incentive were made to leave those lands. And under the right of return, what it states is that anybody who is affected that way, and their descendants, and it's very important to understand their descendants right now number in the millions, would have the right to resettle in Israel proper as citizens. And this would basically destroy the Jewish state. It would throw off the balance of power in the Jewish state to an unacceptable level. And it was something the Jewish people could not accept, nor will they ever accept that. And as I said earlier, this is still something that the Palestinians are trying to demand. And so long as they're going to stand on that demand, there will never be a two-state solution. And all this talk you see on news and everything about how the Israelis need to accept a two-state solution, it's never going to happen so long as that is one of their demands. Nor should it happen. The Arabs have dozens of countries in which Islam rules totally, and they totally suppress any form of other religion. And they have, they're just, the Palestinians can run their state the way they want when they want it, but they're not going to ever get a two-state solution so long as they have the right of return. And I will lay money right here with anybody that wants to accept this bet, that if it ever came to be that the Palestinians would drop the right of return and return and want all of the same things that they wanted and got in the Oslo Accords, that agreement would be signed by Israel immediately. It is just the right of return, I believe, that is stopping things right now. So hopefully everybody understands that, and maybe we can all put pressure in the right directions on the right people.